back to the man's kitchen. It's a beautiful day outside today. We're getting ready for some lunch in a bit, and what would be better than a nice lunchtime dessert than fresh donuts? So that's what we're going to make in today's video. And before I show you the ingredients to make such wonderful donuts, do me a favor, just to help me and the YouTube algorithm out find this channel, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, ding the bell icon so you get notifications when I post new videos. Leave me a comment one way or the other, whether you think my donuts look like crap, whether they look amazing, or how you like to make your own donuts. And of course, you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Now that all that housekeeping's out of the way, I did get today's recipe off of the internet, so I'll link it down in the description below. And our ingredients are milk, dry active yeast, and sugar, egg, butter, flour, vanilla, and nutmeg. That's for the donut. Now for the glaze, we need powdered sugar, more milk, and more vanilla. And now let's whip this all up next. We're going to be using our KitchenAid mixer to whip it up. And you can use a dough hook or a paddle. And I like this paddle because it's got the, I don't know, it scrapes its own edges down. It makes it a lot easier if you can get your hands on one of these. It goes in, it's nice and tight against the bowl, and you don't have to do any scraping. It's awesome. Start off by adding 110 degree milk to our mixing bowl. We're going to add the yeast, and we're going to add the sugar. We're going to mix this up for about 2 minutes until it gets frothy on low speed, and we're going to cover with a towel and let it sit for 5 minutes to get all frothy. Now we're going to add all the rest of the ingredients. Make sure you melt your butter. But when we add the rest of the ingredients, we're only going to go with half of the flour right now. And we're going to put it in there and mix it up on low to incorporate it all properly. And then we're going to add the rest of the flour and increase the speed. So that first mix was about 2 minutes. With the flour, with the rest of it, it said to mix it for 5 minutes. And then it said to either by hand knead it for 5 minutes or knead it in the machine. If you've got a machine, why are you hand kneading it for any amount of time? That's just beyond me. I don't understand. So we had to start it out low to not blow the flour everywhere, and then slowly raise up the speed until we got to about medium, and then I let it go for 5 minutes. And then I let it go for 5 more minutes to do the kneading. Like I said earlier, you want to melt that butter. So I just threw it in the microwave before I started. It melted, so it was pourable. That's what you want, is you want cool, pourable butter. The milk, I think it was 110 degrees Fahrenheit is what we were shooting for. And that way it's got some warmth to help activate the yeast. At this point I was starting to hear some clicking sounds, and all of a sudden, boom! Yeah, that's right. That paddle that I was raving all about, it's plastic. So my wife said to me, "James, that's for batters, not for doughs, you idiot." And I had to, of course, do this with the metal paddle that is supplied with the mixer. And you can see how it all formed together into a nice sticky dough. So, and it's a yeast dough, which means we got to let it rise. So after I peel it all away from this paddle mixer, what I'm going to do now is take my Pam, you can see right in front of me, and I'm going to spray down the bowl, spray down the Pam and the dough so nothing mixes. I'm just going to run it all around in there, and then I'm going to put it on the back counter with the towel over it so it can rise. And I let it rise for about 90 minutes as per the recipe, and it did in fact double in size. There goes the towel, and it's going to go to the back counter. Now we're going to punch it down to release some of the air, throw some benching flour down on our counter, roll her on out. It was pretty stiff, and yeah, I know, it's comical, the size of my rolling pin. For the life of me, have no idea where the normal one is. I think I got a set of these. I have 2 of these. I got them as a Christmas gift, so it came in handy. I never thought I'd actually use them. I don't have a donut cutter, so I just took a glass bowl about what I thought the size of a donut ought to be, and I stamped out 4 of these. Now the recipe says you're going to get 12 donuts if you use a 3 to 3.5 inch donut cutter. I don't know if this was like 4 inches or whatnot. And the recipe also says, once you cut them all out, roll up the dough again, and then keep stamping. So that's what I did. I used a shot glass to give me my inner circle, which the recipe tells you, you can use those for donut holes or you can discard them. Who in their right mind is discarding donut holes? I mean, I just don't understand the thought process behind even saying that. Since it wasn't a super sharp bowl, as bowls aren't, I then took a knife and then just cut it out, finish the cut. So basically the bowl scored it. Some of the shot glass donut holes came out just fine though. So I guess the shot glass is a little sharper of an edge than that big bowl. Each time I rolled it out, it got successively harder. So this was my second roll, and it started to get harder because you're working the gluten. And as you work the gluten, without giving it, if I would have sat it at like maybe 10-15 minutes between each roll and give the gluten time to relax, it wouldn't have been so difficult. But that's what it was. Now at the end, I didn't think I had enough to roll out and stamp again, so I just rolled it into a log and pinched the edges together to make like a rolled donut, I guess. You can see my stack of donuts there. Turn the pan on for your fryer and let that heat up after you do the donuts. That way it gives them a chance to rise again, and then you can start frying them off. Be careful to always lay them away from you or you will burn yourself. Fry for 1 minute aside and then put them on a rack so they can drip if there's any drip. When you go to make the glaze for them, just put the ingredients together and beat it till it's all gone. If you have any bits of sugar in there that you can't beat in, that's fine because, well, who doesn't love powdered sugar-covered donuts anyways? So all you have to do is just put the donuts in it, like just use your tongs, dip them in, and pull them out. And when they dry, they'll have a nice hard glaze on it. And that is the key to making good donuts, I guess. A nice, flavorful glaze. Alright, so we've just seen how to make some homemade donuts. They look pretty dark in person because I made them with unbleached flour, I think. I know they're not burnt because I've been snacking on the donut holes while I've been setting shots up and stuff now. So let's grab one of these donut holes and... That is good. That is really good. I have another one. So if you want to make awesome donuts like this, I showed you how to do it. You can check out the recipe online that I borrowed for this video. I like to do this where I find other recipes online sometimes too, because then I can make them for you so you already know if the recipe works as intended or not. These are pretty good. I'm going to sit down and eat this plate of donuts. You're going to click the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon, make comments, go watch all my other videos too. There's like over 100 of them now. So yeah, see you next week in the Man's Kitchen.